The scene begins with Grand Prince Ian and Song Huiju returning to the palace with their newborn prince after a safe delivery. As soon as Choi Hyun and Secretary Do hear that the two of them have arrived with the baby, they rush over at once. Grand Prince Ian turns around while holding his child, and when he sees them, he asks with a puzzled look, "Why did you two come here on a holiday instead of going on a date?" At Ian's question, Choi Hyun widens his eyes and passionately protests. "Your Highness, is dating really the issue right now? Our prince has finally come to the palace. Do you think dating matters at a time like this? You know better than anyone how long I've been waiting for this day." Grand Prince Ian looks at Choi Hyun strangely. "Why were you waiting for this day? It sounds strange to my ears. Am I the strange one here?" Choi Hyun answers, "Yes, you are being extremely strange. I do not understand what kind of meaning you heard from that. I simply meant that I had been waiting so much for the prince." Ian smiles and says, "I know. I was only joking. If I had known you would be this happy, perhaps I should have prepared sooner, even for your sake." Choi Hyun becomes flustered. "What are you saying? Are you teasing me even in this situation? Your Highness, you have become even more mature now. Please stop teasing me already." Ian grins. Beside him, Secretary Do also nods and adds, "It was not that one of us dragged the other here. We both came because we wanted to. CEO, how is your body? Are you feeling better now? I was worried because you sounded like you were dying when we spoke on the phone." Huiju closes her eyes and says, "I still don't think I'm normal. It's because you weren't by my side, Secretary Do. If you had been there, I would have ordered you around and saved my strength. Where on earth were you, and what were you doing?" Secretary Do answers, "I couldn't go to your side. How do you think I felt? Even if I helped you with everything, I kept wondering who would take care of our whiny CEO. I was so frustrated, thinking my work would only increase later." Huiju glares at Secretary Do. "You're saying that just to make me angry, aren't you? If my body were fine, I would have kicked your backside. Consider yourself lucky." Secretary Do smiles. After that, Huiju looks at the two people in front of her and shakes her head as if she finds it absurd. Then she delivers a blunt truth. "By the way, you know what? Even now, when I look at the two of you, I still think you don't suit each other at all. But seeing that you're dating so well like this is truly fascinating." Secretary Do glares at Huiju. "Are you cursing us right now? Or are you getting revenge? If that is what you're doing, then you finally seem like yourself, CEO." Choi Hyun refuses to lose and jokes back. "What are you talking about? Besides, the two of us suit each other far better than you two do. Don't you know that there was a favorite couple vote inside the palace, and we won first place?" Huiju laughs and says, as if they really held something like that. "You're telling me they held that kind of event while I was pregnant and in the hospital? You might as well lie and say Secretary Do was pregnant instead." Grand Prince Ian looks at Choi Hyun. "No, wait. Our Huiju has good instincts. That's not true, right? Answer quickly." Choi Hyun shakes his head. Secretary Do also shakes her head. Only then does Grand Prince Ian turn his gaze back toward the child. Huiju giggles. In that cheerful atmosphere, Secretary Do asks the question she has been most curious about. "By the way, Your Highness, what should we call the prince? Have you given him the loveliest name in the world?" Huiju glances at Ian and speaks as if urging him. "We do have a few candidates, but now we really need to decide quickly." Grand Prince Ian brushes back his hair, his expression sinking into deep thought. "I know we must decide quickly, but this is not easy. This was something I should have thought about faster than anything else, but now we have a problem." Huiju asks in frustration at Ian's reaction, "Was there really not even one name among the candidates that you liked? But honestly, our child is not an ordinary baby. I cannot just name him carelessly." Ian lets out a dry laugh and looks at Huiju. "Huiju, do you think this is still the Joseon era? If we say we are naming our son ourselves, who do you think will object? You do not need to rush because of that." Huiju pouts and answers, "I'm not so sure. From what I've experienced with all the etiquette and formalities, it doesn't feel that different from the Joseon era. Am I the only one worried about it? Then, with a mischievous look in her eyes, she turns toward Choi Hyun and Secretary Do standing beside them. If either of you happens to think of a good name, recommend one. We can at least use it as a reference. Choi Hyun and Secretary Do's faces turn pale, and they quickly begin to panic. Choi Hyun breaks into a cold sweat and shouts, "Your Highness, what are you saying? How could we dare name the prince? That would be outrageous." Huiju smiles. His Highness said it is not such a difficult matter. So, would it not be fine to receive help from all of you? Don't you think so? Grand Prince Ian smiles while shaking his head. His mother's playfulness grows stronger by the day. The baby smiles brightly. Then Ian smiles and goes along with it. In that case, we will only take it as a reference, so speak comfortably. Why don't both of you suggest one name each? Choi Hyun's eyes dart around as he thinks with grave seriousness. After a moment, Huiju finally settles the situation. At this rate, our aid might collapse. Something serious could happen, so let's stop here. As for the name, let's think about it again by tomorrow. Grand Prince Ian nods and answers, "Yes. Let us rest for today. I will stop joking now, so why don't you two go out and take care of your own matters? If you are not going on a date, should I give you some work instead?" Choi Hyun quickly grabs Secretary Do's hand and says, "No. Actually, there is somewhere we were planning to go. We only stopped by for a very short while. Then we will take our leave first. Please take good care of yourself, Your Highness. Have a good day, Your Highness." After that, Choi Hyun and Secretary Do quickly leave the room. A moment later, Huiju suddenly remembers something and asks, "But still, should we not go to His Majesty first and greet him?" Ian answers, "If your body is all right, let us do that. Can you walk comfortably?" Just then, the door opens and King Ayun rushes inside. Ian lowers his head and says, "We were about to come find you, Your Majesty, but we were a little late." In response to Ian's apology, Ayun smiles brightly and answers, "It is all right, Uncle. I came here myself because I wanted to see him so badly." Ayun carefully looks at the baby, unable to take his eyes off him, filled with wonder and awe. Wow, he is truly so cute. I hope he grows quickly so he can run around the courtyard and play with me. Huiju looks at Ayun and smiles. "It will not take too long, Your Majesty. Just imagining the two of you playing together makes my heart happy." Ayun lightly touches the baby's tiny hand and continues speaking. "Until then, I hope time passes with all of us healthy, safe, and happy." Ian stares at Ayun and replies in a voice filled with certainty, "I will do my very best to make sure that happens, Your Majesty." And so, with the birth of a new life, the scene closes on the royal family's happiness growing even stronger.